Alright, so the April Fool's update, the yearly update that a lot of people look forward to, has finally been released, and it's worse than ever. I completely despise it. It sucks. It's wasted time on content that makes the game nearly unplayable in its current states. Such as changes in the UI and the changes in the maps. Who legitimately wants to play on a worse version of Dunes with horrible spawns? The salt in the wound is the addition of early balance changes, really. You can tell it's rushed because the SR3M and AS-Val have completely two different attachment capabilities now, for whatever reason. The AK-12BR doesn't have its burst patterns changed like it's supposed to have. It's supposed to be able to hyperburst, right? But they forgot about that somehow. And not to mention the existence of a conversion that was barely out of the proverbial womb that got tagged onto the game for the sole purpose of inflating it. It was quite literally added 20 hours after it got added to the test plays. I hope this gets reverted as soon as possible because this is trash. And I'm gonna elaborate more on the balance changes thing and how adding these balance changes right now might have been the stupidest move they have ever done, possibly ever. Maybe I'm overreacting, but they could have saved this for the Warbonds update. They could have had the Warbonds update be so much more than just an STG-44 and like an MG-42 and stuff like that. It's horrible that they would do this. And the balance changes are okay at best. They buffed the RPK-12. It still has 1000 RPM burst, it still has 3 studs per iteration, it still has 45 bullets, but now it reloads faster than the AK-47. And it can pick up ammo from the two most common classes in Phantom Forces, assault rifles and carbines. It doesn't make sense. Like, and then they made the PPK-12 able to hyperburst for whatever reason. I'll put the changelog in the description if you want to check it out. And this update is not fun. It's not fun. I don't like it at all. I'd rather play Energy Assault right now than Phantom Forces because it is quite literally so unenjoyable running around on a huge Dunes map that I'd rather play solo Warzone. It's insane. Maybe, I don't know, I've seen a lot other friends talk about how they also don't enjoy the update. Also YouTubers. It's just, I don't know. It's not that good of an update. The balance changes shouldn't have been added today. April Fool shouldn't really be a day that you should add important meta-changing changes. Literally, it's just, bruh. Like, just do something very simple. Like, remember in 2016 when y'all added aimbot? Remember when you just made a Tech 9 one-hit kill? Like, that's just something very simple. Not make phantoms furries and ghosts unicorns and... Yeah, I don't know. People find it unenjoyable. I gotta check the players real quick of Phantom Forces and how it's been. So let's see here. The past 14 days. Alright, so yesterday, when the 31st of April, the peak was 12,500 players. Because of the fact that double XP. Double XP is nice to have. Everyone loves it. Double XP, right? And you'd expect the peak to actually like be somewhat consistent at like 12k. It peaked at 10k today. It peaked at 10k, like how? And it has been the same for like similar updates. You know, Halloween? The average was lower than normal during Halloween. Same for Christmas. I don't know. Personally, I don't really mind them ups that much, but if the player base simply don't want them, that the average player count goes from 10,000 to 8,000, that's a problem. That's just a problem. You shouldn't. Just learn from this, alright? Yeah.